Hello dears, it's me Prashant. It's our next class. Last class you had learned some matters related to globe and especially latitude, right? And after that we had a Google Meet and you wrote everything very nicely and given to me. So I'm so happy and I believe that you accepted my class. Thank you for that. So today we are going to learn another topic. Are you ready? Okay. So today's class, it's similar, which means as a continuation of the last class. Last class we learned what is globe, map we haven't learned in the last class. This class also we are not going to learn map, we are going to learn somewhat deeply about latitude. What is it? Latitude. So latitude we have defined very nicely, very delightfully we explained what is latitude, right? Okay, so what is latitude? It's an imaginary line. It is an imaginary line. So you answered all these things very exceptionally well. I'm so happy for that. Okay, here today's class we are learning grid. The first topic is grid. What is grid? The first topic today's, okay, grid. So the last class I told you latitudes and longitudes are the sets of imaginary lines, Latitudes and longitudes are the sets of lines which are using for locating a place, okay. So latitudes and longitudes. So this is latitude, for example, this is latitude and this is longitude, latitude and longitude, okay. Latitude and longitude. So longitude can be pronounced longitude or longitude. Both are right. Okay. Longitude or longitude. Okay. So latitudes and longitudes are the sets of lines which are forming a grid or forming or intersecting each other. So now this longitude and this latitude is intersecting here or meeting here. Okay, this is the meeting point of longitude and latitude. Okay, so what we call a grid is our topic. Before understanding grid, we need to understand longitude, latitudes are intersecting a point. This is an intersecting point. So imagine we want to find a place and for that place there will be some numbers. Number of latitude and number of longitudes will be there. These latitudes and longitude where they are intersecting, then we can easily or exactly find the location. So keep it aside. When latitudes and longitudes are intersecting or meeting together, of course we can easily find or exactly find the location or a place which we require to find on the earth's surface. That is the uses of this longitude and latitudes. Our topic, let me tell you grid. Grids are the combined forms of latitudes and longitude. Look at this. Combined form of latitudes and longitude. What is grid? Combined form of latitudes and longitude. Definitions are given, which means another form of explanation is given in your textbook. Easily you try to understand what is grid. Grids are the combined forms of latitudes and longitudes. Okay, this is latitude. Latitude number 1, 2, sorry, latitude number 0, latitude number 1, latitude number 2. Okay, the same manner, 1, then 2. This all explanation I will be giving you later. Now you just see, grid we are discussing. What we are discussing? Grid. In this grid means what? What is grid? The combined form of latitudes and longitudes. Latitudes and longitudes. Okay, what is grid? The combined form of latitudes and longitudes. Okay, hope it is clear. Let us go to the next topic. Are you ready for the next topic? I'm going to wrap this. Okay, next topic is parallels of latitudes. What is it? Can you repeat? Parallels of latitudes. Parallels of latitude. What is parallels of latitude? What is the shape of latitude? Answer me. The last class we discussed. Yes, I think you are going to answer it. What is parallels of latitude? What is the shape of the latitude? It's simple. The last class I told you the shape of the latitude is circle. What is it? Circle. Shape of the latitude is circle. Circle shape. Okay. So, how many latitudes are there? How many latitudes are there? One latitude we discussed as per the last class. Right? What was that? It was equator. What is that? Equator. One latitude we discussed in the last class, it was equator. What is the shape of equator? Circle. All latitudes, my dears. Okay, all the latitudes. Number and all those things I will be telling you. Now you try to understand. All the latitudes are having the same shape. That is circle. It is circle. We need to understand parallels of latitudes. Parallels of latitudes means we have 180 latitudes. How many latitudes? 180 degrees of latitudes are there for us. How many? 180 latitudes are there for us. These all latitudes are parallel to each other or same as the next one. Its length and size will be reducing when it goes to northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. That all things we will be discussing after this topic. Okay. So parallels of latitude means all the latitudes, which means 180 degrees of latitudes are drawn in the same level or same manner. One latitude, imagine if it is being drawn in this manner, another latitude is not going to draw in this way. Okay, it means parallels of latitudes means if we have drawn 0 degree latitude as in this shape, the 1 degree latitude also will be drawing in the same manner. 2 degree also will be drawing in the same manner. 3 also will be drawing in the same manner. And 180 degrees of latitudes are there. All those latitudes will be drawing in the same manner. As a result of that, latitudes can be otherwise called as parallel lines too. What is it? Parallel lines too. Okay. So parallels of latitudes means we have 180 latitudes. All the latitudes are being drawn in a same manner. Its size and length will be varying from one place to another. That will be discussing. Okay. That is our next topic. Are you ready? The next topic. So today we discussed two topics. Grids. Then grid means what? The combined form of latitudes and longitude. Why should we use grids? We should definitely use grid for finding an exact location. If you want to find a small well on the surface of our Earth's surface, okay, you can easily find it by using the latitudes and longitudes, no doubt. Okay. So grids we discussed. Another topic is parallels of latitude. Parallels of latitude means we have 180 latitudes. These latitudes are being drawn in a same direction, in a same manner. As a result of that, we are calling parallel latitudes as parallel. So latitudes are having one another line. It is parallel, parallels of latitude, or equivalent lines as other latitude, equal lines or equivalent lines. Okay. Next we are going to learn one another topic. Let me tell you what is that topic. Before going to learn the next topic, dears, you need to have an idea about how these last class we learned that 0 degree latitude is called equator. 0 degree latitude is called equator. So now we are going to explain 180 latitudes are there. Out of this 180 latitudes, 90 latitudes are here in the northern hemisphere. Where it is? 90 latitudes are there in the northern hemisphere. The same manner, 90 latitudes are there in the southern hemisphere. And all these lines are similar like the first latitude, what we learned as equator. Same. Okay. Same. Look at this. Look at this. All the latitudes are having the same or parallel to equator, parallel to the 0 degree latitude. Look at this. All of you see this one? Have you seen this one? Like this, 0 to 90 degree. 90 latitudes are here in the northern hemisphere. 0 to 90 degrees south. Here also we have 90 degree latitude. Here also we have 90 degree latitudes. So these all latitudes are having the same shape. That is what? Parallelism. That is parallels of latitude. Same shape. It's a circle shape. It is only one part. This is the shape of the earth. And the shape of the earth, one sphere is only visible to you. These lines is covered throughout the earth. Understood? It is a circle. It is a circle. How many latitudes are there in the northern hemisphere? 90. How many are there in the southern hemisphere? 90. Total we have 180 latitudes are there in total. Okay. So I'm going to write this. We need to understand one another simple matter related to the same topic. Okay. The topic is, we learned that the biggest circle on the earth's surface, which is that? The biggest circle. The biggest circle on the earth's surface is, what is that? Guess. Yes. What is it? Equator. What is it? Equator. The biggest, because the biggest circle or the biggest parallel or the biggest latitude is none other than who? Who is that? Equator. Who is that? Equator. So equator is being called as the biggest circle only because it is moving through, or it has been drawn through the middle part of the earth. Okay. When we move to the middle part of the earth, to the northern side and southern side. So northern side, this end is called North Pole. What is it? North Pole. And here it is South Pole. So here I am telling you, the biggest circle, as we compare the latitudes, size and length, shape of latitude, there is no change. There is no change. But the size and length of the latitudes are having some changes. Okay. When latitudes are moving from equator to the northern hemisphere, look at this, the length of these latitudes are decreasing. Okay. The circle which we are drawing on the earth's surface can be called as latitudes or parallels. but all the parallels are not having the same length. As it moves from the equator to northern pole and as it moves from equator to the southern pole, okay, its length is reducing. Its length is reducing. Its size is reducing. What size is reducing? Latitudes size are reducing. That you have to remember. But at the same time, its size and length only having the change. Okay, its size and length is only having the change. But the distance from one latitude to the another latitude, or the distance from one parallel to the another parallel will be equal. For that, equidistant. Equidistant. Parallels are having equidistant. What is equidistant? Equidistant means what? All the parallels are not having the same size and same length. Which is the biggest parallel? Which is the biggest circle? Equator is the biggest parallel or circle. So many other latitudes or parallels are there on the earth's surface. For our convenience we have been made it. It is not natural on the top of it. But all the latitudes are not having the same length. But all the latitudes or all the parallels are having equidistant, which means the distance from one latitude to the another latitude, and from there to the next one, and from there to the another one will be having the same distance. Will be having the same distance. So that is the three paragraphs we have discussed from your textbook. Okay, how many paragraphs? 3 small paragraphs. Then we need to learn one another thing. Now you are in 5th standard, right? When you comes to the higher grades, it is essential to know some important latitudes. Okay, very much essential. And some latitudes and its degrees are essential for us. Are you ready? It is a challenge. Very simply we can learn it. Okay. Ready all of you? Okay, let us go. First and foremost, important latitude is 0 degree latitude. What is it? 0 degree latitude. 0 degree latitude, degree must be taken into the consideration. 0 degree latitude is being called as equator. What is it? Equator. So the first and the foremost important latitude we have learned right now. What is it? 0 degree latitude is called equator. Okay. Then 23.5 degree north latitude. North latitude. 23.5 degree north latitude is called, what is it? What is it? T. With T the term is starting. Can you guess? Tropic of Cancer. What is it? Tropic of Cancer. Okay. 2 lines we learned, the 2 parallels, 2 important parallels when you come even in 10th standard. There also we required these things, and these lines will be using to learn. For what, you know? Understanding the climatic changes. Okay. For finding the sea routes, for finding the routes on the land, for many matters we required these all important latitudes. So we have 2 important latitudes right now. Right now we have learned 2 latitudes. 2 latitudes, 0 degree latitude, equator, 23.5 degree north latitude. North latitude means this latitude is in the northern hemisphere. How many hemispheres are there for you? 2. How many are there? 2. Okay, so 23.5 degree northern latitude is called Tropic of Cancer. Is it clear? Next one is 66.5 degree north latitude. 66.5 degree north latitude. What is the name of 66.5 degree north latitude? Arctic Circle. Arctic Circle. What is it? 66.5 degree north latitude is called Arctic Circle. So 0 degree latitude equator, 23.5 degree north latitude is called Tropic of Cancer. 66.5 degree north latitude is called Arctic Circle. Okay. And 90 degree northern latitude, 90 degree northern or north latitude is called Northern Pole. What is it? Northern Pole. Northern Pole. So now we learned 4 important: 0 degree latitude equator, 23.5 degree latitude Tropic of Cancer, 66.5 degree it is Arctic Circle, 90 degree north latitude it is Northern Pole, right? These are the important latitudes, okay, in the Northern Hemisphere. Northern Hemisphere. Okay, equator can be separated from it. How? Why do we separate it? Equator is creating Northern Hemisphere and Southern Hemisphere. This is the boundary. From equator to the Northern Hemisphere we have equator to, look at this. This is equator. From equator to the Northern Hemisphere, this part, okay, we have 3 latitudes, important latitude, which is 23.5 degree north latitude Tropic of Cancer, Arctic Circle, then Northern Pole. Is it clear? These are the 3 important latitudes in the Northern Hemisphere. Now we are going to the another side, which is this one. Look at this. This is the Southern Hemisphere. Can I rub this? Look at this. Let us go to the next. Southern Hemisphere. Which are the important latitudes? Take a look at this. So here also Southern Hemisphere also starting from 0 degree latitude. The first and important one under Southern Hemisphere, 23.5 degree southern latitude is called what is it? Tropic of Capricorn. Tropic of Capricorn. Okay. Then another line, 23.5 degrees southern latitude is called Tropic of Capricorn. The next important latitude in the Southern Hemisphere, it is 66.5 degree southern 66.5 degree southern latitude is been called as Antarctic Circle. Antarctic Circle. Okay, so Southern Hemisphere, the first one, 23.5 degree, it is called Tropic of Capricorn. 66.5 southern latitude is called Antarctic Circle. And we have one more, it is 90 degree southern latitude. 90 degree southern latitude. It is called South Pole. What is it? South Pole. Okay. So these are the important latitudes in the Southern Hemisphere. Now the 3 we have discussed. Northern Hemisphere. Take a look at here. This is equator. This is equator. 0 degree latitude. It is equator. On the top of equator, this is what? Northern Hemisphere. Northern Hemisphere has 3 important latitude. One is Tropic of Cancer, another one is Arctic Circle, another one is Northern Pole. What is it? Northern Pole. So from equator to the Southern Hemisphere, there are 3 more important latitudes. One is Tropic of Capricorn. Its degree is 23.5 degree. Then another one is 66.5 degree, it is Antarctic Circle, and the last one, southern latitude, 90 degrees southern latitude, it is been called southern pole. Okay, so now you have covered a base for geography. Okay, when you come to 10th standard, when you come to 9th and 10th standards, these all lines are very much essential for your geography classes. So keep it in your mind and learn these degrees and its name. 23.5 degree north, what is its name? Tropic of Cancer. 66.5 degrees south, what is it? Antarctic Circle. 0 degree latitude, what is it? Equator. The same manner you repeatedly tell yourself these degrees and its name, and keep always these names and its degrees thoroughly in your mind. Set. Then nothing to worry. Okay, you will be able to answer the questions easily. So based on this, the activities and everything will be reaching to you soon. Okay, I hope you could clearly understand this topic. And further queries and doubts and everything what you want, you can call me either, nor you can send your suggestions or your doubts through WhatsApp. Okay, works and all those things will be given through Google Classroom. So listen well, very nicely, hear the video, see the videos, and get the topic thoroughly. Okay, so with this we are concluding today's class. Thank you so much.